Not too badly, actually. Not tucked out too badly, thankfully.
I'm not
You're
that
You're
muted.
muted. You're muted.
Recording in progress.
Oh, perfect.
I wasn't ready.
I'm not.
Oh.
Also, I wish you didn't press record because y'all remember how I had a moth I was taking care of?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can stop the recording and make a new one.
No, it's okay. It's just gonna be really awkward to start on it, you know? She died last night.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. She left me 100 eggs or so, so
I
I'm
was
gonna
say, did
take
you
them.
find out if any of those were fertile?
No, not yet. I have to just kind of keep them around and wait till they hatch, but I'm probably gonna take them to my college campus tomorrow and drop them back off where I picked her up from so I can,
It's a good idea.
if they are fertile, then continue
They'll
the,
have.
the process.
Moth.
Yeah. But
Sorry about
I've
your moth
got her
friend.
here until I have a way to taxidermy her. Yes, this is a Disney's munchling ice cream.
I thought it was Edie's.
I thought it was Briar's.
Edie's ice
No.
cream.
No, it's a plushy mystery box thing.
Mothman ice cream for real.
No.
And chocolate moth puree.
It'd be orange
Bad
chocolate
Sarah.
because she was an
Very
orange.
bad, Sarah.
It would be orange chocolate because she was an orange-tipped okra moth.
Orange chocolate crunch. Or I mean, chocolate crunch.
We're horrible people.
Now you got me on the orange.
Horrible people.
That's enough. That's enough.
I meant to
We
say
can
chocolate
always
chip
edit
crunch.
this out later.
I'm so sorry.
I say we should probably restart.
No, Sarah can just
Nope.
edit this.
I never do.
It was literally the very beginning. It's
fine.
If you want to leave it in, that's great.
It's cool. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We're just going on YouTube as we get ready to wrap up Humblewood, Heroes of Humble Origins. Here, for the first time in a long time, with a bunch of my friends.
Yay!
I hope everyone has had a good couple months while we were on hiatus. Does anyone have any announcements, or are we not? I mean, it's just going on YouTube.
I mean, because we are not licensed or sponsored. Fuck Wizards of the Coast.
Indeed. Indeed. Very much indeed.
What the fuck, Wizards?
We don't make any money off this, so we can say whatever we want. Fuck
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast.
Fuck Wizards.
Fuck
of the
Hasbro, fuck
Coast,
Wizards.
dude.
Yep. Hey, you leave my Galen alone. This is the one wizard you can't fuck.
Oh, fuck you, chicken strips.
The Ace Wizard Crow.
I do have a couple. They're not good announcements though.
Okay.
I am stepping down as a DM.
Oh.
With everything that's happening with Wizards of the Coast. Yes, I don't make a lot of money, and haven't had a lot of money from my homebrew world. It's still a huge fear that Wizards are just going to take that, market it as their own, make money off it, and then I'm just left in the dust. Because unfortunately, capitalism is like that. So I'm stepping down. Idris will be cancelled, and unfortunately, the 4-part series I had planned, I'm not going to be doing that. Being a DM just
Dumb question. Why don't you just run it and not stream it?
Plus, also being a DM just frightens me right now. It gives me massive anxiety.
The only reason I ask is because they can't hurt you if you don't stream it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this is true. But some people have made being a DM not fun anymore.
Oh, yeah, I know. there's definitely a fucking classes system when it comes to DMs at this point. Like, if you're not like this certain DM, that you suck and all that shit, and it's such bullshit.
It's not exactly a classes system. It's just people I know personally have just not made it fun. So stepping down as a DM, I'm more than happy to play. There is only one thing I'm looking forward to DMing right now because it's a system of my own design and it's going to be fun. Because it's away from high fantasy. It's a mill sim system.
I know about it. Me, I'm gonna be the one non-combatant in it.
I have plans for your character. Don't you worry. I have plans. So yeah. I'm gonna have to put my baby to sleep. I may work on it, like if I ever want to do it again. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, being a DM right now is terrifying. It is fucking terrifying, especially when you're a
This
homebrew
is my
DM.
mood about it.
So I'm just gonna focus on just gaming content on my stream. Also, shameless plug. That's my Twitch. Shameless plug. Most of the time, you can find me, Paige, and a couple of other people either wreck shit on Warzone or get wrecked. It's a healthy balance of both.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes maybe shit.
But
Gotta keep yourselves humble.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
Plugging the Queer Questers. I'm no longer a part of the group, but they still play every Monday at the Queer Questers at twitch.tv. They are looking into probably switching game systems. There's a ton of fun TTRPGs they've been discussing, like Thirsty Sword Lesbians and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out. They will make announcements in the future.
Okay.
That's my inside scoop from them because I still lurk in the Discord. I am mom. I have to watch over all them. I was the oldest of the group.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Helen and I stare off into the distance.
Yeah.
In disassociation.
I'm spinning like a ballerina.
Anybody else have anything? In that case, are we ready?
To get wrecked.
It's not for the game, but it's for Hannah and Sela. My sister says hi and she misses you guys.
Right back at her.
Right back at her. True. Say, ditto. She was so nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. This story began in the humble village of Meadowfen, where a couple of young, early adventurers were informed of the destruction of a town called Ashbarrow. And going to the Alderheart to report this information, gather some support, a long journey took place. Some friends were gained, some friends were lost along the way. You were able to impress members of the council, members of the community within Everden and Humblewood. And it has all culminated to a trip into the Scorched Grove, a long ago ravaged land of waste and ash. As you have heard reports of stirrings inside. heading out into it, you found yourselves attacked by multiple ashen snakes rising out from the ground. And then it got quiet. And it got still. And the snakes began to retreat. As thunderous footprints were heard heading in your direction, a large titan of molten ash and fire comes barreling in your direction, horns across the top of its head, a rib cage look of this formed rock, fire spewing out of every crack. It roars out towards you all. That is where we left off a month and a half ago.
Hasn't it been longer?
Has it really been
I think
that long?
it's been at least that long.
October 3rd is what I have for session 53.
Ha!
So
Well,
3 months?
Well then.
Yes. Currently running.
Yep.
Three and a half,
Full
really?
ash.
So if you all remember how to get into the
Oh,
map,
lords.
You have a link?
I do. But if you go onto the dreaded D&D Beyond right now and go into My Campaigns, underneath your character, it should still say
Of VTT.
yeah, above
In the blue
VTT,
box.
join above VTT. If you still have that plugin.
Hold on. Give my ADHD
yes.
brain a moment to process the first things you said.
Of course.
I'm remembering this map. Oh no.
All I heard was, oh no.
I saw Gwen's icon and I remembered I was running them and I'm not prepared to run them until Brian gets here.
No, that's good. That's good. We are at this point in time. This creature is coming towards you. Technically, you're still in initiative, but its presence is terrifying, and the creatures that you are fighting are running from it. So, depending on what you do now, this could turn into a skill check instead.
Huh?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm.
So,
Didn't this used to have a sketch option? Or am I thinking of something else?
that was Astral.
Fuck! Because I just wanted to write fuck on the board.
I mean, it does have a draw option in the corner. I believe it says if you go to the top of the screen, there it says ruler, fog, draw, but that might just
I'm
be...
not seeing it.
We have select ruler and AoE.
Yeah.
Drawing is a DM thing.
That's a DM thing.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I just want to draw fuck.
Astral had it so that everybody could rest in peace, Astral. We so miss you.
At least they died before the OGL shit, so they're not caught up in it.
They didn't just die. They were murdered by Roll20.
Now Roll20's in danger. That's the funny part.
I'm not okay. So, for the sake of our sanity, there's a box on the screen now.
Yeah, that was me trying to write fuck in a different way for her, but didn't turn out. And now I forgot how to delete them.
right, so that's okay. We're just gonna start at the top of my combat tracker. We're gonna start at the beginning of the round, basically. Showery, you see this monstrosity. I still have our initiative order from apparently 3 months ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
question. I forgot. Did we have like a long rest in between this?
Between last session and this one?
Yeah.
No.
This is immediately following combat.
Right.
Immediately
Okay,
after
thank
that
you.
fight. You had one the night before, went into combat, and this thing is coming at you.
Showery's going to use thaumaturgy to raise her voice and shout "Run!" as she bolts south. Full dash.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, not full dash because she used thaumaturgy.
So you've only got 30 feet of movement?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, you should be able to move your character on this map. If anyone's having a hard time with the above ETT, let me know. I can also move your characters.
30. Done.
Alright,
I
next
cannot
up.
use it because my map will overheat and die.
I know, my dear, I got you.
Eh.
That brings us to Galen. For the people at home, and this is probably going to show you guys all something that might help you make up your mind, because I don't know if you see the things that I see. It says it's loading. There it goes.
I'm sorry. What?
What is that? The Balrog in Lord of the Rings, and what's his face from Thor?
Surta?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm sorry. You guys can't even see the creature on your map?
I can.
I see it. And I'm scared.
I saw it. I also saw its hit points, and I'm like, I'm sorry. What?
Those I didn't see.
You didn't? You okay.
Yeah, no,
Did you notice it's AC right next to the hit points?
the AC is not as bad as I thought.
No, it's not.
Wait, how do you see that?
Because when I screen shared, it was up. Because I get to see everybody's
numbers. Oh, right.
Yeah. Galen is going to turn to everyone. I agree. Run. And booking it.
All right.
Full dash, 60 feet.
All right. Yeah, I think. Yep. After you is Gwen. Gwen is also going to run. And probably keep you near. Are you able to move okay, Galen? Or are you just pinging yourself?
No, I'm doing it. So
okay.
I'm way off here.
Yeah. Next up is Zinzi's.
We're running after Galen. Fuck this shit. I'm out. No thanks.
That's all
this shit. I'm out. That's Galen down there. Where's me? Is this me?
At this point, I'm just.
Boop. Goodbye. I'm gone.
Cool. Gerald,
I'm dashing.
Gerald, are you also running?
Bishaka boots of speed. I'm outie.
But I was also going to use something to help in our escape. At least it worked in my mind. It was to use a cantrip gust barrier to whip up the ash around me, sort of shooting it up to like give us some cover as we ran. Me staying in the back as we're running to continue that.
That's fine. We'll say you did that.
Ash does hilarious things in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that and he stays near the back, but then runs.
Okay. Rivia, are you also running?
I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Cool. Chonga, are you running? Flutter away. All right. So, with the knowledge that everyone is just gonna fucking book. We're switching from combat to a skill challenge. So, Showery,
Yes.
as you are booking it, how would you like to contribute to this skill challenge? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 4 successes before 3 failures. And depending on how much you succeed or how much you fail, will show you something different that is happening.
Okie dokie. Try and look at what I have prepared.
So skill challenges also is not like necessarily using your spells, but this is also like looking at your, if it's been a while since you've done one of these, your different skills and what you think would be useful.
Okay.
You have to beat a specific DC on a skill check. You cannot use the same 2 skills in a row. And the failure or success will adjust the DC as we move forward.
Okay. Can I use my history to remember any of the crude maps that we had of the area to see if there's any way I could lead them through any obstacles that might be around?
Sure. Roll a history check.
Oh, I'm scared of my dice. Okay, let's use this one. That's my best stats. Oh, that's a 30? 19 plus 11.
God damn.
3, 0?
3, 0. 19 plus 11.
0. I'm gonna assume that's our first success.
Yeah.
Yeah. You quickly jump into the front of the group and start you're like, all right, I know where to go, and start barreling past, leading the group past down branches and rocks and old buildings, avoiding some of the catch areas where the ash is especially thick, and pushing the trail forward as you hear those footprints behind you continue to grow louder. It is heading in your direction. It lets out a loud roar that just chills everyone to the bone. Next up, Galen.
I don't know if this will class as cheating, but can I use a spell?
Depends. Technically, yes.
I would like to use Erupting Earth behind us. Because it
makes some difficult terrain.
It creates difficult terrain. It might not work for a fucker of his size.
We will make you can do it, and you kill the spell slot, but it counts as an Arcana check.
I'm okay with that, actually.
Probably the only other person here who has a higher Arcana than me.
Plus 10.
No, it's pretty good.
Oh, I have more than you. I have plus 11.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah. Arcana and history are both expertise.
I don't have anything in expertise. I have proficiency in Arcana and history. They're both plus 10.
That would make sense then, yeah.
25.
All right.
Describe. Just throws behind, like, hold on. Let me just check something here. Get my sheet away. So I'm gonna throw it about 85 feet behind us. The range is 120 feet. On the spell, just quickly turns around and just pretty much just earth bends this shit as he like motions to grab bits of the earth and just, and then quickly turns around and continues to butt ass.
All right. So you turn
Perfume should
around.
help.
You turn around and go to flip the dirt and throw it in your path, and you watch as it cracks and up around, very earthbender style, and just toils in its area. You also will pick up, because you rolled really high, and I'm giving you this, that when Gerald tried to obstruct the view, it didn't work.
Okay.
You get the sense that it might not have to use its eyes to see.
Ah.
I mean, it's technically using its eyes, but also might not be the only way it knows where people are.
Interesting.
And you turn around and book it.
Oh, yep. Yep.
All right, that is 2 successes. We need 2 more. Next would be Gwen.
To that point,
move? Okay.
Gwen has portent, so maybe I don't remember the rolls that I made 3 months ago for Gwen's portent that morning, because you're supposed to roll them in the morning. So maybe we could just set an average die or give advantage to a failed roll, and that would be her assistance.
Oh, just to have her, like, if someone needs advantage on the next one?
Yeah.
That works. Hey, that covers the fact that we don't have a Brian at the moment.
And still plays into Gwen's strong suits.
Yes. And that brings us to Zinzi's.
What's a little squirrel girl doing?
Are we still running?
You all are still running. You watched as Galen stopped and threw earth behind you to create kind of like difficult terrain to pass through, and then turn around and is running after you guys. But you are all still running. You're booking it. It is following you, and it is getting closer.
Well, it's been a hot minute since I used a gun. Hold on.
You can attack. You can also just use a skill check, because this is a challenge. Up to you.
You got this.
Can this creature be knocked prone in any way?
You would not know that.
I am going to expend a grit point and attempt to make a winging shot and to try to slow this thing down. Okay. If I hit, it needs to make a strength saving throw of 15 or be knocked prone.
Okay.
Hold on, let me roll my attack. Oh boy. I get 2 shots, but I can only one of those shots can be a winging shot. That's gonna be my first one.
What? 18?
13.
Misses.
Fuck. That was the winging shot. I swear if I roll good on... I rolled better on the second one. 24.
Hits.
But no winging shot. Because I called it.
You see, and you turn around and you shoot at that thing. And how much damage?
Hmm. 11 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Piercing. Magical piercing.
You see a little piece of its armor just dink. This
Shit,
is
shit, shit, shit,
this
shit,
is a
shit, shit.
beefy boy.
I hit it.
This is you're looking at the Balrog, and it's just kind of in your face, and you just was like rocking a slingshot, and it's like
mean.
kind of.
I'm gonna continue to run, but I can't dash because I used my action.
Yep. And all right. Did you? I want to see. That's. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to see how I can make that part of the skill check, but I can't think of anything. Did you want to do anything for the skill check?
Run.
Run fast.
Athletics. Roll athletics.
Great. 17.
17 just succeeds. So Zinzi's is pulling up, running fast, and I'll say with your just succeed, you're able to grab onto Tavor's arm and kind of pull him along a little faster. But you are getting that sense that he is struggling to keep up and slowing down. Gerald, you are up. We've had 3 successes.
Dope. I too am going to try and slow it down with an attack. I'm going to fire because he doesn't know much about the mad. He didn't know what the fuck that is. But it's currently on fire. What helps with fire? Water and ice. Freezing. What's it called? Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Because
now I know the gun has a really good range. What's the range on Ray of Frost?
Because I have it as part of Spell Sniper, it has 120 feet of range.
You're good. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. It's just like, oh. Okay. I'm going to trust you, digital dice, because I. Yeah. 21. I just turned the game on. I did. You're doing things, and it makes me nervous.
Me?
Oh, well, I rolled and I hit it, I think.
What did you roll?
A 21.
Yes, you hit.
Yay. That is 2d8 frost damage. 13. That's not bad. So Gerald just turns, sort of like lifts the cloak a little bit and just kind of doubles a finger and fires a ray of frost across the way.
You shoot off the ray of frost, and it does damage it, but it's almost like as it gets too close to the heat of the entity, it loses its impact. Doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping.
Well,
and now that we've had 3 rounds of people just trying to attack it, instead of just running the skill checks, it's going to do something.
Wasn't that 2 rounds?
Technically, it got attacked 3 times. And we're making skill checks into each of them. But Gerald, with yours, we already did an Arcana. Would you like to try and turn that into a skill check? And please defend how.
So turn me fire. So try and add a skill check in association to my firing a shot at this thing. Okay. Well, that could work. I have a couple that might be able to work. Possibly either perception or insight. Insight would be better. They're trying to, like, they are running from this thing. They're trying to leave, but this is this seems like a great big threat. This may be what they're talking about. We need to learn as much as I can about this, just to make sure that if we have to fight it again, we might know. We can list things that work and don't work. It's.
I would
feels
not
like
say insight for that, because that's more like trying to get the mindset behind a person. And perception. Because like you're trying to catalog the information. I feel like that's something of like an intelligence.
Would
Right?
Investigation?
Actually, investigation works because you're investigating the quote unquote mechanics of said creature.
Maybe?
I think
I mean, if you're just trying to get like a once over and look at it and like it looks like it's really hard here, but then sure, we can make it a perception check. Because I also think of investigation as like the touch and feel and trying to figure out. And I don't think you want to touch this.
No touchy.
I don't think you want to touch it.
Trying to see. Okay, no, that's not a thing I have at the moment. Well, no, it's not talking everything. I thought there's a thing with Mastermind Rogue that lets you like learn a weakness. I don't have that yet, so I thought I had.
Just make a perception check then.
Yeah. Perception. Ooh. I had to pick the darkest die in my dark room. 18. 26.
Okay. You succeed. So that is the 4 successes over the 3 failures. You do get the sense the cold is not working as much as it should. You do get the sense that as the rocks went flying, the bludgeoning effect of that did not do as much good as you would hope. It seems a little strong on its feet to be prone, based off of the things that you guys have done, is all I can give you at this point. So the winging shot probably would not have worked. But now you have that information going forward. You did not know before, now you know.
Quick question, because I did accidentally zone out. What did it do on its action?
It hasn't done anything
yet.
Oh, it hasn't done anything yet? Fuck! It's about to do a thing, though, right?
Yep. So depending on how the skill check has gone, would adjust what it would have done. Right?
Yeah.
And since we have already had 4 successes, you watch as it's still coming towards you, and it reaches closer to the area where you originally had run from.
Mm-hmm.
And it stops, and it's growling, and it reaches down into the earth. It cracks its hand deep within the ash. And you watch as it pulls up one of those writhing ash snakes, crushes it, and absorbs that energy from it, and the core within it begins to glow meteor, as it has now absorbed the power of that fire elemental.
That's not good. That's not good. Very bad.
It roars out one more time, shaking and quaking the earth around you. You can feel it in your chest. And it begins to barrel after you once more. We're going to keep going. Oh no! This time we have to make 3 successes before 3 failures. Rivia.
That's the face of
Okay.
Yes.
You are up.
Great. Love that.
That's actually kind of... You also see, as it does that, that warmth kind of grows over its body and heals all of the damage you've done.
Cool. Cool. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna pull out my little flute. I'm gonna play and use my performance to inspire my friends to run faster.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Team I have ever heard in my life. Do it.
And this is why we love bards, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Okay. That's nice. Please don't be mean to me. You have to come out of the tower or else I cannot count you. That was a really nice number.
You seem so sad.
Oh no.
17.
I rolled really low. I have proficiency in performance, so
17 is
Oh.
a success.
Yay!
You all hear the flute going, and you keep hauling, able to focus on the music instead of that pounding noise behind you. Next up. Next up is Chang'e.
Save us, little moth
I
friend.
just want to run. I'm just going to run and try to survive. So,
Okay.
what check is that again?
So for your skill checks, if you're strictly looking to see if you can keep up and run, we've had, well, it was the last round we had the athletics, so we can do it again.
Yep.
You can do athletics or dexterity will work as well, but athletics is more appropriate for this.
Can I fly? Will that count as dexterity more if I fly?
Sure. Then make it an acrobatics.
Okay.
If your acrobatics is better and you'd rather use that, I understand.
I mean, I imagine that in this moment, Chang'e is not using her little legs. She's going, no! So.
Wait for me, I got little legs.
14 is the first failure. As Chang'e.
Nope. I'm gonna use my Amaranthine dice. Her dice is a 17
Okay,
plus whatever your bonuses are.
Wait, hang on. I think I have a
17 plus whatever your bonus is, then you're
Yes.
good. So that turns it into
Okay.
a success.
Okay.
As long as your bonus for acrobatics is a plus.
Right. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a +3.
So you are able to hurry along, and it's not so much that you're using just your wings to fly around. It's more as you are jumping around, if you see something that's an obstacle, you kind of push off of it and use your wings to get yourself a little further, making it a lot more acrobatic in nature as you're moving along.
Okay. So then I do another.
Next up, we are going to, you will watch as Trevor is really trying to keep up with you guys, but he's not going to contribute to a skill check here. He's just running.
Baby boy! Trevor!
Kind of grasping at stuff around his neck to see if maybe he has something that can help.
Trevor!
Galen, please roll me a perception check. This is outside of the skill check. You guys can also now see you're getting closer to where, not necessarily the tree line, but you're starting to see where there are some trees and stuff coming up. You can see you're running towards the tree line. This creature is behind you running.
17.
17, as you are running and dashing with all of your might, you can kind of see a black figure looking like it's coming across to intercept you guys along your path off to your left, but it's still out there.
Can't make a silhouette.
You know there is one, but you can't really. It's still pretty far off.
From where I'm running, is it on the left or is it on the right?
It's on your left.
On
an intercept pass.
He will make a note of that and just remind. Someone's coming in from the left. I can't tell who it is. Just keep an eye out for it.
Okay.
Run.
Shari, you're up.
Question: are we all running together, or are we very spread apart?
You guys tell me. I assume you would be relatively together. But
I just need everybody within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, I'd say within 30 feet of you, that would probably be fine.
Okay.
Do you mind? You can also just pick a skill if you'd rather do it that way, or you can tell me a spell.
I would like to do a spell.
Okay.
Because I'm sure everybody's feeling a bit winded and beaten down from the battle. I was wondering if I could do an Aura of Vitality, which lasts for 10 rounds, a whole minute. And I can just pump 2d6 healing every bonus action into someone to reinvigorate them.
Okay. Does that travel with you?
Yes, it's an aura centered on me.
Gotcha. Cool.
So would that be an Arcana or
religion.
Maybe
that would be religion?
Okay, religion. +3.
Religion.
Oh boy. 17, 14 + 3.
That meets. All right.
Okay.
So we've had the 3 successes. This thing is still barreling towards you, and it's getting closer, and it's going to be hard to stay ahead of it. Its speed is really fucking fast. But you are able to book it and run as fast as you can.
Question.
Yes.
Was I able to take note whether that difficult terrain did anything for it at all?
Okay, above tabletop, it says nothing at all about difficult terrain in its conditioned immunities, anything like that, whether it can be slowed or anything. So I'm assuming yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
If it doesn't say it on its monster card, then yeah, okay.
Exactly. Right. That makes sense.
You'd think.
Rules apply unless otherwise stated, right?
It says nothing about it. So yes, it was slowed.
Okay.
Sure. I really was looking at it going, I don't know.
Because I was hoping it's like, I made a difficult terrain and it just steps over it like, oh, fuck you. I was really hoping that wasn't the case. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask.
All right. Galen, you are up next.
Okay. So we have the 3 successes.
We've had the 3 successes, which mean we're down to 2. And you saw something heading in your direction. But again, that was outside of the actual skill check.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Did I? I'll mark off. I'm just gonna mark that off. So I forgot to mark off my last 4th level from the erupting earth. Oh, I'm getting tapped out, guys. I'm getting tapped out. I'm gonna cast. No. Fuck. I'm going to. I'm going to use a survival check to look for the path ahead of the least resistance, easy terrain. I'm not too familiar, but I have been this way before, so just making note of where's safe to travel, where's not gonna screw us.
Sure.
Like, looking
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. I'm trying to think because we did a history check doing that, but that was round 1, and technically, I mean, why not? This is the third of these. We've been, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, from what I remember, the Scorch Grove is the one of the more unpredictable places.
Yes, it is.
So heads on survival check. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. 24, 18 plus 6.
That's a success. Yeah, you are able to note certain areas that you know would set off one thing or another based on your experience in the Scorched Grove, and keep an eye out and point those things out as you continue to book it forward, hearing that crashing sound behind you get closer and closer.
Also, part of that, still keeping an eye out for the person thing on the left, just every now and then.
Okay. Zinzies, you're up. And if anyone needs advantage right now, Gwen is just there for that reason. If you think you need it.
Are we running or are we fighting this fucker?
Run!
Running.
I don't think I did it. I'm going to use my action to click my boots of speed.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, bonus action. I can do bonus action. That. Then I'm going to use my action to dash. So my speed's already doubled. So that means it's now quadrupled. So let's see how fast this squirrel goes.
So is Zinzi's just going, bye guys, and just like Roadrunner?
120 feet of movement in 6 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Y'all blink and she's gone.
So you just fuck off and leave him. Oh, cool. Okay.
Wait, is Chunga near me?
You're all in the same general area.
I imagine Chunga is lightweight enough and will probably glide at how fast I'm going if I hold her hand. I want to grab her hand as I'm running and take her with. I imagine her wings just furl out and she's just gliding as she's like holding onto my hand.
This is a new round. We've only had so far survival in this one, so you can make it either a acrobatics or athletics to acrobatically keep her with the wind, or athletics just drag her ass along.
Acrobatics, that is a 22.
22. Chonga, you see someone grab like your inner arms, the lower ones, and you're like, what is happening? And you are like,
you're flying. I'm flying, Jeff.
You know, it's so perfect. I have so many Lunamoth photos saved that I have the perfect image for this moment. And I'm so excited to get to share it with you all.
Awesome. I'm just imagining Zinzi using you as like one of those hand gliders. And so each of their steps is like 30 feet. So
this is kind of a Kiki's delivery service moment.
Gorgeous.
But Zinzi has the bike, and Chonga is part of the bike. Like,
here.
Hang on. We're up to. We need. Before I get up to Gerald's turn, all of you roll a perception check for me.
Oh no.
That's adorable.
That's that moment, just gliding through the wind.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm too focused on running.
Perception check.
Perception.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Okay.
19.
17 again.
Woo! Me too.
Hey,
I got it 8.
that moth looks like it was just like, what the fuck?
That's what moths look like when they fly most of the time.
19.
25.
All right.
Lord Gerald, you might want to look at your messages.
Yeah, no, my only answer is too soon. You have summoned me too soon.
So anyone who rolled above a 17 now sees the figure that is coming alongside you, and it has now reached the point where it is alongside you. What you see speeding along is a Corvum, black and white feathers, female, longer cloak. Galen recognizes this individual as she looks to you all and goes, "What the fuck have you done?"
Run, Mum! Run!
Mum?
And starts going ahead of you guys and says, "I've got an idea," and keeps going ahead as she has hastened her speed.
I love how it was like, excuse me?
Excuse the fuck me?
Get the fuck out of me.
Zinzies, you're still
Excuse
ahead
me?
of this individual. But you do hear
Chaka with
Galen
me.
just yell out, "Run, Mom!" And you're like, what would Zinzi's reaction be to hearing that behind her?
So just ignore and just pops his head up. Hello. He just keeps running.
I couldn't hear Zinzi's. What was your reaction?
I don't think she would react. She's just so focused on zooming the fuck out and holding on to Changa for dear life.
Like one of those freaking
Hang glides.
sailing
Yeah.
surfer things, surfboards.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that.
At this point, we're gliding through the air at how fast I've ran.
We're gliding through the air.
Let me put it this way. You're 5% of breaking the sound barrier.
Yes.
That in of itself is fucking amazing.
All right. Gerald. One more success before something good or something bad happens. What are you bringing to the table?
I don't
I
like
have
that
two ideas. One of them is either going to be great or terrible. The other one's just going to be a regular turn. And well, trying to think about how I would do this, because angles are important when doing a thing. So is he still that far away from us?
On the map?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No, I just haven't moved him. He is he's probably closer to like in distance to you guys now, like there.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So that makes this decision a little bit easier, because
Yeah, he's much closer to you, and gaining fast. And the only reason that he's moving as slow as he is, because he seems only barely interested in actually following you guys.
This might piss him off a little bit. This is literally my only idea. Gerald will, as he is running, reach for the loot and he's going to attempt to hit this thing in the face to fire them at it to try and slow it down. I'm going to hit it with my meteor song to try and slow it down because it does force damage, and that might be enough to do enough impact to at least give us a little bit of breath. This thing's very long. This thing's very tall, long legs.
Roll to hit. Is it a hit?
It's a U. It's a dexterity saving throw of 17.
Okay. Yeah. He succeeds. Even without the yeah.
Fail.
He succeeds. But I'm sure it does half damage.
It still has half damage, and it's still meteors flying at its face.
Yeah.
Where did everything? All the entire screen being comprised into one thing is like shit. The fuck? Where is my shit? There it is. That is my only idea. 366 in total. That is that is 12 down to 6 force and 4. 13 down to also 6. So total of 12 damage, 6 force, I guess 6, 13 total psychic. I guess that gets rounded down to 6 as well. Psychic. As he continues running, plays on the guitar, on his lute, summons the meteors to try and impact and slow it down. And I guess on my, I don't know how much health he has, but on my bonus action, can I do that? Hey, bonus action healing word Tabor. Try and keep him a little healthier. But
yeah.
My boy got hit a couple of times. He doesn't have a lot of health.
He don't have a lot of health.
Sure, what you giving him?
Yeah. He's going D4. Tabor has 6. Gain 6 health. Oh, wait, hold on. Technically, it can't. Well, it can still see me. It can't magically detect me because I have my amulet, but that's for different things, I think. So that was my plan.
Makes no difference for this thing.
No.
It's not magically detecting you.
Okay, that's no hope. So that's either gonna slow it down or piss it off. I would like to hear the plan, please. And he just keeps running.
All right, you strum on your lute and throw down this meteor shower. You guys all hear boom, boom, boom behind you, and watch as it just stops and roars up towards the sky, and now is dedicated towards you, which could go one of two ways. You
lovely.
See your mother, Marielle, veers off towards one of the thicker, less dead trees in the area and turns around to all of you and hollers up to the one in front, Zinzi's. Well, follow me, and starts casting something at the tree.
I see the tree ahead of me.
The tree would actually be behind you. You'd have to turn around.
I have to wait till my turn to turn around.
We can play loose. You see that she's just like, and you ahead, turn around. Like, she tells you to turn. So
I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, Changa, hold on to your antenna. And I 180.
Her wings angle.
On my heel.
Actually, with Chong, it'd be easier to turn. You just catch the wind in the right point and just whoosh, swing.
Yeah, no, Changa like angles for the turn and then goes out normally.
And then boom.
All right. You watch as she goes up to the tree and places her hands on it, and it begins to crack and open into a portal. You have 6 seconds. 1 round for all of you who are not terribly far behind her to get in the hole. Are you all going?
Dash.
All right.
Dashing through the ash.
You bolt towards the tree. Zinzies, as you have to make the U-turn, you would be the last one through the tree. So you're the one who's going to have to make the dexterity save.
Can I throw Changa through so that she doesn't get any damage?
Sure. We'll say
Okay.
you as you go, you fling her through first and then just like run after.
Yeah.
Make a paper airplane.
And like I said, we have Gwen, who's been holding that advantage for whoever
This
is
is true.
Yeah.
Hold
Come on,
on.
Zinzies. You got this.
What do I roll?
And we've had enough successes that the DC has gotten really low.
What do I roll?
You're rolling a dex save.
Oh, she's doing that.
I'm gonna
now.
need that advantage because that was a natural 1.
Oh my god! You take
Use it.
advantage.
Please.
That was no better. That was a 5 on the die. Plus 4 is 9. We're about to see roasted squirrel.
I still have an Amarine thing left. Your dice rolls a 10
It's 10.
plus your whatevers.
It's
Plus
10.
your dex. You don't have any dex? I thought you
I
were
have
the
a plus
dexterous.
4. Okay, so I rolled 5 on the die. Plus 4 is 9.
But the amaranthine replaces your dice roll. So it becomes
Yeah.
10.
So
plus your
14.
14.
Yeah.
Just succeeds because only because you did not have any failures in the skill check. Because otherwise it would have been a different level of tragic. You all watch as Zinzies is able to get into the tree just before it closes, maybe losing a couple little bits of fur at the end.
The tip of her tail is just it looks like when you take clippers to like a husky's tail and it's like it's just a nub on the end. Fur and then nub. That's gonna take a while to grow back.
This is pretty much just for Mitch.
Fuck you. Get out.
We don't know what it said, if it said anything, but if it translated, it probably sounded like that.
Probably.
And the tree closes behind you. And you find yourselves back in the Humblewood, surrounded by large stone monoliths that tower upwards, each scribed in a different language with a story. The Corvum stops and turns towards you all. Well, not exactly what I was expecting.
Everyone. Mum. Everyone.
Mom?
Hi, Mrs. Galen.
What is there to expect?
Gerald is currently chugging his water flask because his throat is still full of ash.
And during this minute, I am pumping out healing to anybody who needs it. I have plenty to go around. Pretty sure everyone's full healed now.
As you stand staring at these stone monoliths, the trees around you, taking a moment to breathe, you cannot help but notice above the trees to the south an ever-present yellow glow. As once more, the grove seems to be growing. From whatever this creature was.
Listen, Mum. That's that thing's not to be messed around with, is it?
Apparently not.
Galen runs to hug her.
There is that moment of your mom is very stoic in general, especially considering. And there's that moment of stiffness. But she hugs you back.
Gerald manages to cough out. What the fuck is that thing?
Well, I suppose we're in a relatively good place to find out, shall we? And motions to a wooden temple in the center that some of you would recognize. This is Mossinge, the home of the Order of the Tenders. And she starts to move towards the main door.
Follow.
I'll follow after.
Joe takes a moment to look around at the things a moment and before following in.
As we enter, I just want to ask if they have some cups they can pass around. I'm going to make some fresh, cold water for us.
I'm sure we can find some inside.
Thank you.
As she approaches the door, there's a moment of hesitation within Mariel before she pushes the door open and heads inside. You can see behind the counter a small servant, fawn tender, very light robes, dressed very nicely, and looks up and goes, "Welcome." Oh! It's been a long time, looking directly at Mariel, who's just like, "Yes, well, I was dropping off some individuals." And then she peeks her head around and goes, "Oh, I see familiar faces too." Waves to Changa. I think she's met Galen too. This is Quinta, the summer blossom, who runs the front desk.
Can I make an insight check? That little exchange there
seemed kind of fruity.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Waves to Tabor as well, who looks ragged.
Oh, baby boy. Little chicken tender.
Yeah, Gerald
They got good heals. I healed everybody.
It's been 3 months. The chicken tender hasn't died. It's staying. Okay.
Of course.
just so
Yeah,
we're
no.
clear.
Trevor the chicken
The chicken
tender is
tender.
still a thing. That's
Yeah,
just
That's
what
never
it's
gonna
gonna
stop
be.
being a thing.
That chicken tender's looking a bit crispy, ain't he?
God damn it.
Little bit.
Looking like a rotisserie
Don't
chicken
worry, I
now.
gave him plenty of sauce.
By the way, how old is Tabor? Out of curiosity.
Tavor is
Grown.
he's an adult.
Okay.
He's basically the equivalent of like early 20s.
Okay. Gerald looks over at Tabor and goes, "Would you like the water skin or the wine skin?"
Yes.
He
Yes.
takes out
Right
both
answer.
out of his bonus cloak and hands it to him. You go sit down. You've had a long day.
Dirty 20 on my insight, by the way.
Your
History?
mother, no, actually, because Quinta's very young. Quinta's maybe like 18. But your mother's made her tendencies known to you. She doesn't leave the Grove, like, ever. So coming back to main base is unusual. This is she's like, I didn't want to come here.
Yeah. Okay.
And she looks like I didn't want to come here. It's all over her face.
Galen kind of puts his hand on his mother's shoulder. Just goes, "Thank you."
Yes, well, you certainly seem to need it at the moment. All of you.
Yes, you did.
What exactly was that fire monster we were running from?
That is a very good question. And something I think we should find out.
Really smart lady, but no.
I've spent a good part of my adult life living in the Scorched Grove and have been trying to see what has been causing the surge in energies there. This is my first time, I believe, seeing the source.
Yay! Great! Yeah.
Lovely source of all evil.
It was odd. It doesn't. I mean, I think I may have pissed it off there at the end, but it didn't seem like it was. If it wanted to, it could have set that whole section of fire off, the whole section of this grove on fire to kill us if it wanted to. I imagine there's something that big. Hell, you hadn't helped us out. It would have stepped on us before we managed to run it.
Yes, I imagine we were more of a curiosity to it than anything else until we made it angry.
I am sorry. It was the only idea I had.
Panic, affects us all differently. Good job.
I'll admit, I'm a little confused, but you all look very tired, Quinta behind the desk says.
Yeah.
She's better. I think the nice Galen's mother is better explaining that.
Marielle, you can call me Marielle.
Marielle, sorry. I'm Gerald. This is Shaori, Evia, Cinzis, Chunga, and Gwen, and well, you know that one. His way to hand to Galen.
Trevor, a lovely lad.
It's not my name.
I know.
And the other one, there was the older. Was the older one with us still, or did he go back at a certain point? Because it was Tavor.
I think only Tavor came with us.
Only Tavor came with you. There was another one who stayed back in Alderheart.
He was there to talk with the council.
He's basically a recruiter because he doesn't have the physicality to go into the Grove. He's
a baby man.
He was like a frail pigeon or something,
Oh my
if I recall
God.
correctly.
We pulled a Kiri. We took a Kiri into the depths of hell. He gets to keep the wineskin.
Well, I suppose we should let you get settled in there. If Flame Warden Marielle speaks for you all here, then you are welcome to Mossenge. How can I help you?
Mostly
No,
you just
no.
got a stack of cups. Real freaking thirsty. I got the water, but distributing it.
Yep. Just Changa and Tabor know where the mess is.
Yes. I can take you all. And if you would like cold shower or something, we'll figure something out.
Changa's still processing the fact she went at the speed of sound just now.
Light vibration continuing.
Antenna. Everything's shaking.
Like her antenna, you know, like
she's just a buzz with excitement
on her head, like they're from the floor.
Yes, definitely buzzed with excitement and not the fear of demise.
Yeah. Marielle looks to all of you. It appears that I have quite a report to make, and hopefully in doing so, we will be able to get you access to... Well, I can see if I can get any of our members to look into the existence of whatever this creature is.
Please.
And you're welcome to do research as well while you're here. If you'll excuse me.
Oh.
Walks past quickly, but gives there's a moment, Galen, where she gives you a little squeeze on your hand as she keeps going off to report this incident to higher ups.
I feel like there's I don't know what, but something can be done beyond reporting. Right, gang? Everyone,
it all starts with a report.
Yeah, I mean, not to impose fear. However, I feel like we just disturbed something we probably shouldn't, and maybe made it worse. I don't know.
Oh yeah, hell is definitely walking the earth right now.
Yes.
There's nothing we can do right now until we get some rest, because I don't know about anyone else, but I am tapped out for the most part. In terms of my capabilities, so it would be a case of gathering information about what we're dealing with, and then figure out the best way to deal with it, and then possibly, when we're strong enough, go screw it up.
Gonna need every advantage we possibly can, because I don't see us killing that thing anytime soon.
Maybe even not at all. But something can be done.
We are going to need an army for that thing.
We will need a titan of equal stature and power.
Do you know where to find one?
Or perhaps an army of clerics.
No, they would have any. Oh?
Mayhaps we can banish it. It does. I didn't get the sense it was from this realm. I don't know for sure, but I have heard of other clerics being able to banish entities not from this realm back to their home realm.
Well, then I suppose we'll need to do research, circling back.
For sure.
Circling back to the earlier conversation. Well, I'm going to do such a deed and find a nice comfy spot on a wall and be there for a long time.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Mind pointing me the direction to the mess before you do that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, anyone who needs to be anywhere, I will take you there. And I'll guide you.
Once we get in the mess, I'll grab a stack of cups, do my my ice barrel thing from my wineskin, and cast create water. So 10 gallons of icy cold water.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
For us all to enjoy.
Oh yeah, and it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, especially after that adventure.
You all have a moment to decompress, breathe, take a breath, a moment after the insanity of what happened out there. Is there anything in particular anyone wants to do while you're taking a short rest?
Gerald is going to. He has a sort of notebook where he keeps information and stuff. He's going to make a new page and put down things I noticed that somewhat affected it and or didn't affect it, or the evaporation thing. It's very sturdy. It's very bulky. It seems powerful. He's also going to try and draw as close of a sketch as he can to it, and that might be a performance role for his artistic ability.
Yeah, that would be a performance roll, yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Or sleight of hand, I can count that too for drawing stuff. Makes sense to me.
That depends on which one is better. He's not going to do anything with it at the moment, but he is also considering, like, yeah, they're right. We're in over our heads. We need all the people we can get. He is going, because he still has this. He hasn't touched it. He hasn't gotten anything from it. He still has that sending stone that he knows goes back to a certain someone. Switch sleight of hand. Performance is better. 24.
24? Yeah, it's a very, very good sketch.
Cool. Yeah, he is going to, before he tucks in for the night, he is going to stare at the sending stone he knows tracks back, at least at one time tracks back to Barnabas. Stare at it for a bit before tucking it back away. There's a debate going on in his head about a lot of things. He's just gonna, fuck, I need sleep. Just goes back, then goes to bed.
Okay. Anybody else? I see a hand.
Research. I would like to research and see if I can find anything like this creature that is this creature.
I would like to assist on that.
Okay.
Research group.
Study
1, 2,
group.
3 research group. We will get back to the research stuff. Anybody else want to do anything during the short rest period?
I'm going to regain some of my spell slots with some of my features that require it. And before we
go ahead.
Before we go to the study group, I'm just going to refresh my amaranthine after the short rest. That requires 10 minutes. Just FYI.
Okay. Rivia and Zinzi's, anything you guys are doing? Contemplating your existence?
Taking a nap because
I imagine
anxiety.
Rivia and Zenzi's cuddle puddle.
I like
We're
that.
hydrated and sleeping.
As you guys are taking that moment to breathe, and taking that minute to breathe and recuperate, you find yourselves once more approached by an individual. You see another Corvum, blue eyes, green and purple robes with an emblem. It's a gold emblem with a purple stone with branches that come off of the top of it. Very gentle looking face. Changa, you would know who this is. This is a very rare sight within these halls. Because usually she's traveling. This is the Tree Keeper. She holds the highest rank within the Tenders. And she is flanked by Marielle. And comes and sits with you all. I've been told that you've experienced something quite dire within the Scorched Grove.
You call it that? Where are we right at this moment when she arrives?
You probably would be in. There's like a meditation courtyard outdoor,
Okay.
outside.
Okay. If you'll allow, I'll go ahead and use minor illusion to create a 5-foot version of this thing and us to scale. Just down at the foot.
I'll allow it. I see.
It also seems to have the ability to absorb the elemental abilities of all the other creatures that live in the Scorched Grove.
Oh yeah, that bitch just reached right into the ground, pulled out an ash snake, and then it just like into it.
Gone.
And then it glowed brighter, I believe.
Yep. Whatever damage that was done, no longer there. It was fine.
Yep.
So, dire is a very cute word for this scenario.
I see. I was worried about this. Well, I suppose we have time. I can tell you a little story that I've recently uncovered in my travels.
Shari immediately pulls out her notebook and is going to transcribe the story.
I have been traveling around quite a bit, gathering some of the lost knowledge from long before. And one of the things that I have learned is during the calamity that created the grove, this creature had somehow been released. We never learned by whom or how, only that it was called the aspect of fire. And it was sealed away. It had remained sealed in the area, which is why the grove never quite healed. The problem is, knowledge as to how it was sealed is lost. I believe that the members of the Tenders at the time, all those centuries ago, thought it was their best move to prevent anyone from breaking the seal by removing all knowledge of what caused the seal. And here we are.
Do we have any knowledge of this creature's plane of origin? Is it from the material plane, or is it from the fire plane? Do we know?
We're not really sure. I would only hope that it came from a separate plane, but that knowledge, well...
Yeah, I had a thought earlier. I've heard of other clerics being able to banish creatures. Might be an idea to research.
It's a possibility.
Did you find any information about the origins of the calamity? I've heard people retell the story of there was a great calamity, which I imagine means either something happened, suddenly Fire Grove. That doesn't really explain for me what they thought may have caused it.
We believe that this creature is what caused the great calamity. It's believed that it's a being of fire and destruction. It created the scorched grove. It's quite powerful. We don't know what brought it to existence in the first place. I would like you to use know that whatever resources we have are at your disposal if you think you can help remove this threat. Your reputation precedes you, if I am honest.
I hope that's a good
Well.
reputation.
I think it depends on us individually. But do you have any books in languages your tenders don't regularly are able to read? A couple of
Well,
us.
we usually find different ways to get around that. Our records, however, span back thousands of years, and finding the right scroll or text tends to be tricky. You have access to those files if you'd like.
Please.
Of course. We are at your disposal. There are plenty here who will be willing and love to help. Many of our staff members are here specifically as wood sages. They keep track of the records and do some of our research. We've also sent word using stones towards the Avium to see if there is any knowledge they might have to gather here. But please, stay as long as you need. Gather what information you can. We're at your disposal.
You're at yours.
I'm afraid to also report that it seems, according to some of our reports, the grove has grown along its edges.
It must be moving and spreading the fire.
I'm afraid so.
Perhaps it's present. Sorry.
So far, no towns have been taken, but we're doing our best to keep it at bay.
It's an area of control measured in miles. From where we found it to the edge of the forest where we entered from the very edge of the ash was, I think, if I remember correctly,
2 days travel?
Yes, 2 days travel.
Should have been 1 or 2, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. That's miles upon miles of distance. It could be with what we saw. It absorbed the fire serpent's flame. It may be cannibalizing the other fire elementals and making itself stronger, which increases its range. Which is bad, especially if it also is in turn creating them. The self-sustaining. I need to find information on fire elementals. That would be a good place to start.
Indeed. I plan on starting on everything they have dealing with fire plane and fire elementus.
Easily done. Please follow Quinta to our records. She can help you. She is one of the wood sages and is willing to assist. There are others around that you can easily speak to get whatever information you need.
Quick question.
I'm around for a while at this rate.
Quick question, DM. This wasn't one of the places I sent one of my people, was it?
You wouldn't have been able to get someone here that fast enough.
Yeah.
Building a network and then spreading out your resources.
He had them go to like the bordering, the like closest outposts.
I mean, Mossenge is pretty big, but I mean, to create a network, finance it, send out operatives, get them in place, that takes a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So you had someone in hopes of getting here, but this is not really a town. It's just an outpost for tenders.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to blend in.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fair. They didn't have any like. They're a little bit tight-lipped about their headquarters until just surprise, we're here. So yeah, they probably wouldn't have had anyone to their headquarters. I know I sent them to like a couple of towns and a couple of outposts that might have needed supplies in the big ring of where the line was, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
They probably maybe one of them is that therefore, but no one's this far here. I doubt.
Yeah, Mossenge is.
Right.
If you look at the map on above VTT, you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can put an AOE around Mossenge so that you guys can see where it is. Sure. That's Mossenge.
Okay. And Scorched Grove is to the south of us.
Yeah, this grove is directly south of it, which is why you can see it over the trees. And it's each of those blocks is a day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days travels from the grove itself. Ash Barrow is destroyed. Creekside is destroyed. Meadowfen is the closest one. Cinder Pass is the closest one. And there's like a couple outposts that are not marked. South of in the Old Weald, which is like a region that you would have sent someone to. You also aimed for the towns around like the Avium, some of the big named areas.
Yeah.
You would have had somebody go to Salter's Port.
Okay.
You probably would have somebody in Fogbottom, which is a day and a half travel from Mossenge.
But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna have a plan in my head. I need to figure out how I'm going to do it, but researching first.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think I have any sending stones to my people. And message.
Those would be very expensive.
Very
to get one to everybody. I would assume that you were just running with ravens.
I don't think I'm making that much money. I produce some fantastic tea. I'm not making that much money. Well, yeah, messages. I thought about message, but that's like.
While you're thinking of that, this is where we're going to jump back to the research team, as you are now doing the research. So, research team, make your rolls. Investigation.
Okay. Yep. Nope. This one. This time.
Oh, Chonga, nice.
Ooh.
Okay. Fuckers. I might have a pea-sized brain, but it is mighty.
Oh, what'd you get?
25.
Fuck yeah! I got a 21.
Nice.
22.
Oh shit! You guys picked the right investigation team.
I rolled really high.
I rolled a 12, but my investigation is plus 10.
Yeah, I rolled 18.
All right. So, you do find some very old, and this is like scrolls regarding the aspect of fire. The name is familiar to you. You see a sketch in it that, while crude, looks familiar to this creature.
Great.
You learn that any attempts of attack on this creature with non-magical weapons were ineffective. Fire and poison did nothing. It seemed to never get tired, could never be tied down, stopped, restrained. It never fully went down. How else do I word this? I gotta look at this one, because this is the updated one. It always seemed to know where creatures were. In total darkness, it could find them. It could almost sense the heat from their bodies. It's the heat that it gave off just by its existence was enough to scorch. It would hurl chunks of fire that detonated like a fireball of massive proportions. It gives off a natural light just by its being. And even as it takes damage and starts to turn into hardened ash, it still sparks back up and reheals itself, never seeming to die. Which is why they decided to seal it. Chang'e, one word catches your mind as you're looking. It's just a scrap of paper that looked like most of it had been charred and destroyed, but was left and kind of got stuck underneath part of a bookshelf. You just see the word Borealis.
I don't know how to spell that.
Borealus.
Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. Okay. So was that that's in a book, right? There's this single burned up
As
page in a
as
book.
you were looking in the areas when it's talking about the aspect itself, it almost looks like a piece of a page that got charred and destroyed, kind of like falls out of what you were reading, and it just says Borealis. The rest is torn and destroyed and cannot be read.
Interesting. Okay. Can I look for anything on Borealis? Go to an index and be like, Borealis, Borealis.
Do you say anything to the group?
Should probably read it. And then do and then immediately go to check more research.
As
she's
you
left
look
it.
to research the term, you find absolutely nothing. Like whatever this was wiped and removed.
Not even scientific aurora borealis? Is there no aurora borealis in this world?
Nope, there's not. At least there's no mention of anything like it.
Well,
but you do remember that whatever was used to seal this creature, all that information was intentionally destroyed. Might be related. In the meantime, we're going to jump back real quick to Zinzi's. As the sending stone that you have in your position becomes warm.
Do I have to roll a perception check? Because I'm asleep right now.
I'll say you're used to it because of your role. If you want to roll a perception check to see if it wakes you up, can. But if you want to say that because you are a captain of the guard, you just are notably aware of it because you're used to being like on call at all times.
Okay, I'll just answer it then.
Okay. It's just a send from everyone's favorite Alden. Well, whatever you guys did set something off. And the grove grew. No casualties yet. Any plans?
Evacuate Meadowfen and surrounding villages. Send everyone to Alderheart. This creature is bigger than we expected. Prepare for a very nasty fight. Shit got real.
All right. And then technically you can send one back to him and then he can respond to that. It's up to you. Okay. You know your message went through though. All right. And with the mystery of Borealis, the growth of the Scorched Grove, we will pick it up here next time. I hope you guys had fun. Trying to bring up that intensity for the final moments that are coming on quick.
Yeah.
That intense is a term for it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna
definitely received that.
I'm gonna stop our recording here. So, bye-bye for anyone who watches.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.